Hello and welcome to or welcome back to my channel. This video, hopefully it's gonna be fine. Obviously we're doing it comfy casual version in bed in my nest. I literally have a whole pregnancy pillow here. I hope the audio is gonna be okay. I am projecting as much as I can. I need to get a good microphone. I got one. I filmed a few minutes of this video and realized, you know what, let me check the audio. And it sucked. The microphones I got suck. And I know my way around a little lav mic, okay? I took cinema classes, I know what I'm doing. It sucked. So I need to find like a good reputable mic, and until then, this is what you're gonna get for this video. This is gonna be me answering your guys' assumptions about me. Thank you so much to everyone who submitted one, and I'm sorry if I did not get to yours. I'm going to be doing these in order. Well, let's get into it. The first one, we're starting off kind of dark. You have low expectations for doctors from how often they misdiagnose and mistreat people. Yes, absolutely. The bar is in hell. It's such Russian roulette when you go into a doctor's office. It's not just a matter of, is this doctor going to be knowledgeable? It is, are they going to treat me like a human being? Yes, I have exceptionally low expectations. The next assumption is that I like Bluey. This is my answer to that question. I love Bluey. Bluey's one of my special interests. Yes. My water bottle. Got Bluey on it too. Next assumption is that I used to have a darker clothing style. I'll put some pictures up, but yes, I was emo for a lot of my life. And one of my favorite bands to this day are My Chemical Romance and Green Day. I very much still like it. It's not super my personal style anymore, but I still like it, and I love you if that's your style. I think it's really cool. Next assumption is you maybe speak softly and not fast. I'm assuming you mean when I'm not projecting for you for my content, but I actually am a really annoying speaker. I'm a big mumbler, and I say things in my weird little accent, or like, not accent, but like my weird little way of speaking, and it's hard. Like, I've had to like work on my enunciation and projecting my voice and stuff. I'm very definitely quiet, and I'm mumbling. And sometimes I'll say something to my caregiver and he'll be like, why do you think I can understand? And I'm like, I don't know. But yeah, I guess that's partially true. It's like worse than that though. A lot of people assumed that my favorite color is pink, or that my favorite color is not pink, or that it's like my second favorite color. It is my favorite color, but I really like all colors. I really love color a lot. It really makes me happy. I prefer pastels and warmer tones, but I love colors. So many of these are really cute also, by the way. I wanted to say thank you to everyone who just like left really sweet assumptions. This one is, your favorite animal is a fox. My favorite animals are bunnies, deer, rats, lambs / like sheep, a lot of birds, specifically certain birds, like mourning doves, hummingbirds, Carolina wrens. I have a lot of favorite birds. I could make a whole video on all my favorite birds. I'll show you my mourning dove tattoo. This is Patrice. He's my mourning dove. I want to get more bird tattoos in the future. I really love woodland animals. I do like foxes. I really like all animals. And I love pigs. I love animals. Especially like farm animals and stereotypically like prey animals, herbivorous animals. I just love animals. I'm vegan. But yes, I do really like foxes. I wouldn't say they're my favorite animal, though. I would say those other ones are my favorites. Next up, assuming that I have a preference for shows with light colors and soft voices. Absolutely. Even Bluey can be stimulating, or at least it was in the beginning. At this point, I've watched it so many times that I can predict every sound, everything that's going to happen, so that makes it a lot less stimulating. But in general, yes, I'm always going to like something more and be able to tolerate it at all. The less stimulating it is, yes. That person also said that I sleep with light blankets, so no overheating, but overheating anyway because of the stuffed animals on my bed. Okay, my sleeping situation's kind of crazy, let me explain. So I have to sleep sitting propped up because of my health stuff. So I have this pillow, which is called a boyfriend pillow, and then I have my regular pillow, and then I have a pillow between my knees because my knees are bony and that feeling really bothers me. And then I have my blankie, which is the baby blanket that I was wrapped in when I was born. Then I have the same stuffed animal I've slept with every single night since I was 10 months old. My favorite stuffed animal. And then I have another blankie. But then I have the air conditioner, the fan, both on full blast, and then I have an ice pack on my chest. And then for blankets, I have a quilt and a comforter. So I get a lot of airflow. Like, my comforter is a cooling comforter, and I also have an ice pack and a lot of cold air blowing on me. So I do have a few stuffed animals in the bed while I'm sleeping, but I also have an ice pack, so it's all good. You used to match outfits with your dolls. Yes, when I could like actually wear my clothes that are just like comfy loungewear or like just stuff I'm just putting on for content, yes, I would match outfits with my dolls all the time. Should have matched with my mini-me. She's right here. She's in a strawberry shortcake pajamas, and earlier I was wearing pajamas that had a similar color scheme to this. I'll put a picture up. But she has bluey pajamas, and I should have put her in her bluey pajamas so we could match right now. I'm regretting that I didn't do that. But yes, I love matching with my dolls. The next one is, you look like the type of person who would keep their natural nails all the time. That's a compliment, they said. So thank you. I do always have my natural nails, and I clip them down to the nubbins. I have dermatillomania, I'm a skin picker, I gotta keep them down to the nubbins. And even if I didn't want to have natural nails, with my health, I don't even know how that would be possible. But yeah, I used to get fake nails because of the skin picking. They're so dull that it's like hard to do anything. The like sensation and the texture and stuff was very hard for me. I am autistic, and it was a lot. I didn't like the feeling of it. I really like having bare nails. A lot of people made assumptions that I smell good or that I smell really good. Ooh, you guys, I don't know about that. My body wash smells like, literally like cookies, like vanilla and shea butter. So my body wash smells good, but it's like a light scent. I don't like heavily scented things. Because of my illness, I can't bathe as often as I like. I'm not really getting that dirty because I'm literally just lying here 90% of the time, but not sure that I smell good. Maybe I don't smell bad, but I don't think if you were to come and sniff me that you'd be like, I think you'd be like, okay. But I appreciate you saying that you think I'm not stinky. That's very sweet. Someone assumed that you are extremely kind, so it would be hard to make you mad. Yes and no. It depends what it is. Some things will just make me mad instantly. Anything that is like what I would consider a miscarriage of justice, or anything that has to do with like bigotry or hate, something where like you were being mean to my friend or something, I have like a higher tolerance if like you're being mean to me or someone. But like if someone's being mean to like someone I love, it's over, I'm mad. In general, I don't think I get mad that often. I really just get mad at like the news and stuff like that, which everyone should be mad about the news. But someone assumed that I am biromantic, and someone also assumed that I'm asexual. I'm queer. That's what I use. That's the term I use. Bi doesn't feel quite right because, to be totally honest, I'm just not really into masculinity, like traditional masculinity. A lot of the people that I've dated where I was dating them out of my true feelings and not out of obligation because I knew that they liked me, or it was something like I felt like I should be doing. Like anytime I've actually followed my feelings, I have mostly dated other feminine women, or like more feminine leaning non-binary people. That's more like my type. Caregiver, who's also my husband, is a man, but he, like, I don't really want to talk too much about it. Like, if I ever were to talk about it on this channel, I'd want him to talk about it. But let's just say, like, he appreciates, and in my opinion, understands to a certain degree the experience of what it is to be feminine, what my experience is as a woman, again, to a certain extent. Like, obviously, it's limited by experience. He has a lot of the traits that I love about people that are just present more feminine. But he's a very, very gentle, loving, kind. He's the only, like, cis man, I would say, that I've ever genuinely felt safe with. Next assumption, you don't spend a lot of time on your phone. That is true. If I'm on my phone, I'm either posting something or responding to one of my friends. I don't really consume social media very much. I might for like tiny little periods throughout the day if I'm checking on one of my own posts or checking on seeing if someone's messaged me or something. I might like scroll for a second, but in general, yeah, I don't consume much social media, and I'm not on my phone much. I really like screens except for making content. I don't really like being on screens. A little bit's fine. I like playing Animal Crossing a little bit, watching shows like Bluey, that's on a screen. I've gone periods without my phone, long periods, like 2 weeks or more, and I don't care. I don't miss it really at all. The only thing I miss is being able to talk to my friends. But every time I go on my screen time, the most used app is always the camera, because I'm taking content. I'm just taking pictures throughout my day because my memory's so bad, so it helps me remember what I did, if anything. The other thing I do on my phone is I play a lot of Sudoku. Someone assumed your favorite type of animal, Duffy, to buy is a bunny. Yes, 100%. I definitely, out of my whole stuffed animal collection, the animal that I have the most of, by far, are bunnies. 2 bunnies right here, right now. The next assumption is the person said, I will say that you appear social but don't like a lot of people. Am I wrong? You're not wrong. I love my friends a lot, so much. Sometimes it's like, chill. I love my friends, I love my husband, I love my brother, and I love you guys. I love like talking to people on social media, even though it's really intimidating to me. I have a really difficult time responding to comments and opening my DMs at all. It's very overwhelming and intense for me. I don't know why. It just is. I feel like I'm like constantly worried about letting people down or like being weird. I'm very socially inept. I'm very socially awkward. I'm autistic. I have a very hard time with social stuff, except for with the people that already I've known for so long and are so used to me and are also autistic and like get it. So yeah, I don't, in general, I would say, yeah, I don't really like people. I like like-minded people, like I like that, but like in a public setting, I'm scared. Like, I want to be friendly and I want to be approachable, but I wouldn't say I don't like people, I would say I'm afraid of people, more so. I'm looking through these on my iPad right now, and so many of them are about my sexuality, so I hope I explained that right. I just say queer. At the end of the day, it's really less about like looks and bodies and more just about treatment and like beliefs and morals and meshing, and okay, women are really beautiful though, but I'm just saying, like, it's not even that I have a type, it's more just about who am I gonna feel safe and comfortable and respected with. The next assumption is that age regression is not my only form of child healing. Yes, very much so. I would say I have a lot of forms of inner child healing. Some of them are small and some of them are like bigger things like regression. I absolutely get a ton of requests of people asking me to do inner child healing related videos that aren't specific to regression and are just more specific to the like whoever, and that is a video I have in the works, so I will share more about that in a video in the future. This assumption by the same person is you wish that more people would take the time to be playful and let their inner child out more. 100%. I think society as a whole would benefit so much from being playful, not taking things too seriously, not taking yourself that seriously, dealing with your inner child, connecting with things that are softer, calmer, slower, that feel magical, that feel fun, that are just like fun for the sake of fun, doesn't have to be productive, like 100%. That's another thing, like that's a topic I can make a whole video about. Assumption is that I love deer. Yes, a lot of animal assumptions. I do love deer. Like I said earlier, they're one of my favorite animals. Growing up, I was around them all the time, and we didn't mow our lawn for a variety of reasons, but one of the benefits was that the deer had a safe place to give birth. So they really trusted us. We fed them, which is iffy if we should have done that or not, because you don't really want to sensitize them to humans too much, especially because of like hunting and stuff. But yeah, I was really close with them. I would hug them and cuddle with them and pet them and feed them, and they would like hang out with me. They were like my friends, because I grew up really isolated in the middle of the woods, and that's like who I had. was my sweet deer that lived in the woods with me, and I loved so much. They're very special to me, and I miss them. Oh, I miss them so much. I miss them so much. Next assumption is that I'm sensitive. Yeah. I'm very sensitive. Sometimes it's an okay thing, sometimes it's a good thing, and a lot of times it's not a great thing, but I'm working on it. But yeah, I'm very sensitive. Sensitive in every way too. Like, I'm not only emotionally sensitive, I'm like sensorily sensitive. It's a lot. I have many sensitivities to foods. I'm sensitive in like every way that you can. Hopefully I don't have a sensitive ego. Hopefully. A lot of assumptions about food and drinks. A few people assumed that I like tea, and someone else said your favorite drinks are warm ones like tea and cocoa. 100%. I love tea. I love hot cocoa. I guess that's it. I don't really like caffeine or like stimulants. I can't really have any of that, so no matcha, no coffee, but I love hot cocoa. I love tea. I used to love cider, but I became allergic to apples randomly all of a sudden. So that's great. Cider was like my favorite thing, like hot apple cider, but not anymore. I think this year I'm gonna try some vegan eggnog too, so we'll see how I like that. A lot of these are about animals, I'm also noticing. You have loved nature for as long as you've lived. It's very peaceful for you. 1,000%. 1,000%. I love the woods. I want to be in the woods. If the first thing I would do, and the beach, the first thing I would do if I could leave the house again, going in the woods, going to the beach. That's really all I want to do. Forget about human contact. Not forget about it. But like, my first priority would be going into the woods, and I love it. I grew up in the woods. I've always lived in the woods. Where I live right now is the most like city-ish I've ever lived, and it's not city-ish at all, but it is to me, and I'm like, too many people around. I miss like having no neighbors, like except for animals. Next assumption is that I'm crafty when possible. Yes. I have had a big setback in terms of being able to craft. I have not been able to really since last winter, but I crafted a few times this spring, but in general I haven't been able to craft in like a year, which sucks. It's actually like my favorite thing ever. It's my favorite thing to do. Knitting, collaging, scrapbooking, journaling, painting, drawing, writing, like all that stuff, like sewing poorly. I'm really bad at it. I'm not very good at fiber arts, but I don't even care. I do it anyways. Yeah, I miss it a lot. And that's like the main type of gifts I make for people and stuff. So, and like the holidays are coming up, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but we'll figure it out hopefully. Next assumption, you are afraid to say no to people. Yeah, I really struggle with this, and I've struggled with it in the past to the point where it was like really bad. It's really ruined my life in the past in many ways, from all sorts of angles, in all sorts of ways, like my dating history, like with bad people, everything. It's like probably the number one thing, or like in the top 3 things that I've been working on in therapy as long as I've been in therapy. I think I'm a lot better with it now, but like a lot better with it. But it used to be really bad. Like literally it was so bad. It was like literally lock me in a basement and don't let me speak to anyone. I can't be trusted to make decisions that are what I want and respectful to me. It was so bad. And know if you're out there struggling with it, you're not alone, and it is possible to make progress. For me, it was a matter of finding the right therapist and doing a lot of work, and I still struggle with it, but like it is possible, but it is really hard. Next assumption, you are struggling a lot more than you show online. Yeah. And someone also assumed that I'm also a private person. Maybe you wouldn't think that because of how much I do share and how much I show my life, and I'm kind of like an open book in a lot of respects. But yeah, I definitely struggle a lot more than I show online. There's a lot of things that I just am not comfortable talking about. Like, I've been open about 3 of my major, maybe 4 of my major chronic illnesses: ME, gastroparesis, POTS, and chronic migraine. That's like 4 of like 15 of my health issues. Like, I don't really talk about a lot of that. There's a lot of symptoms I don't talk about. there's a lot of experiences I don't talk about. I don't talk about my trauma, except for like vaguely when I'm trying to make helpful or educational content. Like a lot of, like 90% of my relationship is all private. Like, yeah, and being this chronically ill, like, it's horrible, but I don't think posting about it would help anyone, and I don't think it would help me, and I don't think it would feel good, and I always want my online presence to be a net positive if possible. I know that that's like kind of out of my hands, but yeah, it's really hard. And my mental health, like all that stuff, as much progress as I've made, like there's a lot of really big struggles, and I just don't feel comfortable sharing them. Whenever I talk about my mental health, if I do, it's usually on Patreon, and it's still vague, but just because that's a smaller audience, I feel a little more comfortable there. Sometimes on like my close friend's story or something too. But in general, like, I really only talk to my therapist and my caregiver about the real, true, full breadth of stuff going on for me and like trauma and everything. I really don't even talk to my friends about it that much because it's so horrible and intense. And even if they're okay with hearing about it, sometimes I don't feel okay telling them about it. So, yeah, it's definitely a huge struggle, but I don't think that sharing it would feel okay, and I also don't think it would be helpful. I do share a lot, though. Arguably sometimes too much. Okay, in the interest of time, I'm very sorry if I didn't get to yours. A lot of them are really great, and I've been going in order. I should have done this a better way, but so sorry if I didn't get to yours. You have a very strong imagination. Yeah, so much so that I feel like talking about it makes me seem like I have like main character syndrome or something, and I never want to come off like that. I don't like that, but yeah, I do. And part of it is literally a symptom of my trauma. I think I would have had it regardless, but like, yeah. And in some ways it's the worst, and in other ways it's great because I think it's part of what makes hypnotherapy such a helpful tool for me, and it's also how I can like create such a rich inner world to escape to at my sickest, and I don't know where I would be without that. So yeah, I definitely have a very strong imagination. I imagine a lot of us do. And the last assumption this is a bad one to end on, but I got it like 50 times, is you have childhood trauma. Duh. Also, sorry, it keeps focusing on Bingo's face instead of my face and then refocusing on my face. I hope that hasn't been super annoying like the entire time. We'll see when I watch it back. But yeah, I have childhood trauma. And not just childhood, baby. Trauma in general. We'll end on that. We'll end on that. Alright, you guys. Another long talking video. Yay! Hopefully I'll have more ability soon to do stuff that is more interesting. I have a lot of ideas and things that I want to do. It's just a matter of being able to do them. And yeah, as far as vlogs go and photo diaries and more about my day-to-day life, that is all on Patreon. Snail mail, that's on Patreon. As I'm putting this up, the cutoff is still a few days away. It's November 15th, and I believe there's still a few spots left to get this month's snail mail. The theme is let's have a sleepover, so this is kind of fitting. So if you would like to join our little snail mail sleepover, please head on over there. And yeah, hope you're having a good day. And as always, I love you, and I'll see you in the next one.